What if I told you that above the Arctic Circle, the sky dances? That deep within the winter darkness of Norway and Iceland exists a light that has bewitched travelers, scientists, and ancient tribes alike for thousands of years? You are about to witness one of Earth's most awe-inspiring mysteries, a celestial ballet known as the Aurora Borealis, where science meets myth and wonder takes flight. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover goes beyond beauty. It's a story of solar storms, magnetic magic, ancient gods, and secrets still unsolved. Let's start with the facts. The Aurora Borealis, often called the Northern Lights, is a natural light display caused by particles from the sun colliding with Earth's magnetic field. These solar particles, mainly electrons and protons, travel over 93 million miles to reach us. When they hit our atmosphere near the poles, they interact with gases like oxygen and nitrogen, and that's when the magic happens. Oxygen glows green, nitrogen glows blue, or even red, and what we see is the sky on fire with color. But here's the twist. Even though we know how it happens, we still can't fully predict it. We can't replicate its elegance. And when you see it with your own eyes, it doesn't feel like science. It feels divine. So why Norway and Iceland? Because they sit directly beneath the auroral oval, an invisible halo around the geomagnetic poles. Here, the lights are most frequent, most vibrant, and often cover the entire sky. In Norway's Arctic capital, Tromsø, you can see the lights dance above snowy mountains and mirror black fjords. In Iceland, the auroras swirl over glaciers, volcanoes, and lava fields, as if nature painted the sky for its own private audience. Long before modern science, the auroras were misunderstood and revered. To the Norse Vikings, the lights were the reflections of Valkyries, warrior maidens, guiding souls to Valhalla. To the Sami people of northern Scandinavia, the lights were sacred and powerful, never to be mocked or whistled at, or else risk bad fortune. In Iceland, they were seen as omens, sometimes of birth, sometimes of death. The Inuit in Greenland believed the lights were the souls of their ancestors, playing a game in the sky with a walrus skull. Think about that. How many cultures from opposite ends of the Arctic had stories to explain this phenomenon? All saw it not as a scientific occurrence, but as a message from beyond. Even with satellites and solar observatories, the northern lights continue to puzzle us. Auroral activity is tied to the 11-year solar cycle, where the sun becomes more active, then quiet again. Scientists at NASA and ESA monitor sunspots and solar flares, try and predict aurora displays. But even with all our data, when and where they will appear is never guaranteed. No forecast can fully capture the surprise of the aurora. That's part of what makes it so magical. It cannot be controlled. It cannot be bought. You can chase it, but only if it chooses to appear will you witness it. Imagine standing alone on a frozen lake at 2 a.m. Your breath is steam in the air. Everything is silent until suddenly the sky starts moving. It starts as a glow, then grows into a ribbon. Then it stretches, twists, pulses, spins, as if the sky is breathing. You don't speak. You don't blink. You just feel like the universe is whispering to you personally. But did you know not all auroras are green? Sometimes rare red auroras occur, seen during massive solar storms. Others show hues of violet or even white. And here's a mystery. People have reported hearing the aurora, a faint crackling like static, even though the sound should never reach the ground. It remains an unexplained phenomenon. And then there's Steve, a strange ribbon-like aurora discovered only recently, with no known cause. Even today, the aurora holds secrets. But here's a truth we must face. Climate change is threatening the Arctic, its glaciers, its wildlife, its skies. While auroras may not disappear, the pristine places we watch them from might. That untouched silence, that clarity, that remoteness, it could all fade if we don't protect it. The northern lights are not just a show. They are a symbol of the fragile beauty of this planet, a reminder that we are part of something vast and temporary. The Aurora Borealis is more than a light. It's a language written in the stars that we are only beginning to understand. In the silence of the Arctic night, it speaks, not in words, but in wonder. And if you ever find yourself under that dancing sky, don't just look up. Listen, subscribe for more stories of Earth's wonders. Where will we go next?